Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of US 5-cent coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're talking about one of the most collected pieces in American coin history. The United States of America 5-cent coin from 1964, better known as the 1964 Jefferson nickel. It's a coin millions of people have spent, saved, and forgotten about. Yet a rare few hold secrets that can turn an ordinary nickel into a jackpot for collectors. The 1964 nickel comes from a fascinating moment in American history. This was the final year these coins were minted in enormous numbers before the mint changed its production marks and methods. To meet the country's coin shortage, the mint produced over 1 billion nickels in 1964, making it one of the most common dates out there. And that's what makes the rare errors from this year so special, because while billions of normal coins exist, only a tiny fraction contain the remarkable mistakes collectors dream of finding. One of the most exciting errors from 1964 is the double die variety. In this rare case, letters on the coin, such as Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or even the date itself, appear doubled. Under magnification, the effect is bold, dramatic, and instantly eye-catching. These doubling errors are extremely scarce, and collectors chase them hard. Another thrilling variety involves off-center strikes. Picture a nickel where part of the design is pushed to one side, leaving a portion of the surface blank. These off-center pieces are rare for 1964 and become even more valuable when the date is still fully visible. The more dramatic the shift, the more impressive the value. Then there's the full step designation, something Jefferson nickel collectors absolutely love. On the reverse of the coin, the steps of Monticello are often weak or blurry. But on rare 1964 nickels, the steps appear sharp, crisp, and fully defined. A 1964 nickel with full steps, especially from the Denver Mint, is one of the ultimate prizes in modern nickel collecting. Die cracks also tell a fascinating story. These raised lines across the coin appear when the die starts to break down. Some collectors have found dramatic cracks that stretch across Monticello or through Jefferson's portrait, giving the coin a unique and unforgettable look. And in a few extremely unusual cases, struck through errors, where grease or debris blocked part of the design during minting, have been discovered, creating one-of-a-kind textures and missing details. But here's where things get truly exciting: a high-grade error coin. Most nickels from 1964 were used heavily, tossed into pockets, dropped, scraped, and worn down over decades. So finding a rare error in pristine, uncirculated condition is incredibly difficult. And when such a coin appears, sharp details, perfect luster, full steps, and a dramatic error, it becomes the kind of piece collectors talk about for years. So before you roll up that spare change or toss that nickel back into the coin tray, take a close look. Check the lettering. Examine the portrait. Inspect Monticello. A tiny detail might turn out to be a life-changing discovery. And now, the moment every collector waits for: an extraordinary 1964 Jefferson nickel with a rare minting error in exceptional condition has been known to reach the impressive value of $84,000. Top 2, we're diving into a coin that millions of Americans have handled without realizing its true potential. The United States of America 5-cent coin from 1969. At first glance, it may look like just another Jefferson nickel, but a few rare versions of this coin contain surprises so valuable that collectors across the country search for them tirelessly. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this simple little nickel can become an extraordinary prize. The 1969 5-cent coin comes from an interesting moment in U.S. history. The country was deep into the space race, cultural change was everywhere, and the mint was producing billions of coins to keep up with economic demand. Jefferson's familiar profile remained on the front, with Monticello on the back, simple, classic, and unchanged for years. But what makes 1969 special isn't the design. It's the rare mistakes that happened while these coins were struck. One of the most exciting errors collectors hope to find on a 1969 nickel is the double die variety. This error happens when the die itself is engraved twice at slightly different angles, causing the letters and numbers on the coin to appear doubled. Look closely at words like liberty, trust, or even the date. A strong double die can transform a regular nickel into a highly valuable collectible. Another thrilling error is the off-center strike. These coins look instantly unusual. The entire design appears shifted toward one edge, leaving a blank crescent of metal on the opposite side. The more dramatic the off-center shift, the more valuable the coin becomes. And if the date remains fully visible, collectors go wild for it. Then there are die cracks, raised lines that stretch across Jefferson's portrait or through Monticello. Each crack pattern is unique, almost like the coin's fingerprint. Some cracks are small, but others are dramatic and eye-catching, and those can add significant value. Struck-through errors are another treasure to watch for. These happen when grease, cloth fibers, or tiny pieces of debris get between the die and the coin during striking. The result is a distorted or missing section of the design, giving the coin a strange appearance that collectors love because no two struck-through errors look alike. Clipped planchet errors also appear on 1969 nickels, a curved section missing from the edge of the coin. These mistakes are easy to spot and extremely collectible when found in good condition. But what truly sends a 1969 5-cent coin into the realm of high-value collectibles is condition. Remember, most nickels from this era circulated heavily for decades. They're worn, scratched, faded, and far from perfect. So when a rare mint error survives in sharp, uncirculated condition with glowing luster and strong details, collectors take notice immediately. That combination, rare mistake plus pristine preservation, is what creates jaw-dropping prices. So before you toss aside that old nickel, take a moment to look at it closely. Examine the date. Study the lettering. Look for doubling, cracks, missing metal, or unusual distortions. A tiny flaw just might be hiding a fortune. And now the moment you've been waiting for. An exceptional 1969 Jefferson nickel with a dramatic minting error in outstanding condition has been known to reach an incredible value of $81,000. Top 3, we're exploring a hidden gem that might be sitting in your pocket right now. We're talking about the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1985. At first glance, it's just a Jefferson nickel like millions of others. But a tiny fraction of these 1985 nickels were struck with mistakes so striking, so unusual, that they've become prized treasures among collectors. And you might be surprised by just how valuable the rarest ones can be. Let's start with a bit of context. By 1985, the Jefferson nickel design had already been circulating for decades, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. Most of the coins minted that year were standard, everyday currency, meant to jingle in pockets, drop into vending machines, and pass through countless hands. But the U.S. Mint is a busy place, and anytime millions of coins are produced in a short time, unexpected errors can slip through. One of the most sought-after errors on 1985 nickels is the off-center strike. This is when the coin is struck while the planchet isn't perfectly aligned, causing the design to shift to one side and leaving a blank arc of metal on the opposite edge. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date remains visible. Another thrilling variety is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin receives its engraving twice at slightly different angles. The result? Letters or numbers that appear doubled under magnification. Look carefully at liberty, the date, or I in God we trust. A strong double die is like a spotlight that instantly elevates the coin into collector territory. Strike-through errors are also fascinating for this year. These occur when debris or grease gets stuck between the die and the coin during minting. Parts of Jefferson's portrait or Monticello may appear smudged, missing, or strangely textured. Because each strike-through pattern is completely unique, collectors love these coins for the one-of-a-kind appearance. Die cracks can also be found on some 1985 nickels, raised lines that form as the dies begin to weaken or fracture. Some cracks are tiny, but others stretch boldly across the design, creating dramatic, eye-catching errors that collectors often pay a premium for. And don't forget clipped planchets, where a curved piece of metal is missing from the edge of the coin. These errors are easy to spot and can command strong interest when found in excellent condition. But the real magic happens when a dramatic error appears on a 1985 nickel that never entered circulation. Most nickels from the 1980s show heavy wear, scratches, and fading from years of use. That's why a rare minting error combined with a sharp, uncirculated surface is the golden combination collectors dream of. These coins are incredibly hard to find, and when they appear, they can spark intense bidding. So before you toss that nickel aside without a second thought, take a close look. Examine the edges. Check for doubling. Look for cracks or missing metal. You never know when one small detail might reveal a treasure hiding in plain sight. And now the moment every coin hunter waits for. A truly exceptional 1985 Jefferson nickel with a major minting error in superb condition has been known to reach the remarkable value of $77,000. Top 4, we're talking about one of the most fascinating nickels for modern collectors, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1989. At first glance, it's just another Jefferson nickel. Thomas Jefferson on the front, Monticello on the back, a coin that millions of Americans used every day. But a rare few of these coins carry minting errors so extraordinary that they can be worth a small fortune. The 1989 nickel comes from an era when the Jefferson design was well established, yet production wasn't immune to mistakes. Most coins from this year circulated normally, but some coins escaped the mint with striking anomalies. And it's these anomalies that collectors hunt for relentlessly. One of the most exciting errors is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is struck without being perfectly aligned on the planchet, pushing the design to one side and leaving a blank crescent on the other. The more dramatic the shift, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Coins with slight misalignment are common, but those with bold off-center strikes are exceedingly scarce, and highly sought-after double-die errors are another remarkable variety for 1989 nickels. In these cases, parts of the lettering, like Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or even the date, appear doubled under magnification. This doubling occurs when the die is engraved twice at slightly different angles, creating a subtle but dramatic effect. These coins are instantly collectible because no two double die patterns are ever identical. Die cracks also add to the excitement. As the dies wear down, they sometimes crack, producing raised lines across Jefferson's portrait or through Monticello. Some cracks are subtle, while others are bold and visually striking, making each coin unique. Strike-through errors are equally intriguing. They occur when debris or grease becomes trapped between the die and the coin during striking, leaving smudged, distorted, or missing sections of the design. Every strike-through error is one of a kind and highly collectible. Clipped planchets complete the list of rare anomalies. These coins have a curved section missing from the rim, making them instantly noticeable and prized among collectors. But what truly elevates a 1989 nickel to extraordinary value is condition. Most nickels from this era show signs of wear from circulation, scratches, nicks, and dull surfaces. When a rare error coin survives in sharp, uncirculated condition with perfect details and full luster, collectors take notice immediately. That combination of a dramatic error and flawless preservation is what creates coins that are truly exceptional. So next time you find a 1989 nickel in your change, take a closer look. Examine the edges, check the lettering, and look for cracks, doubling, or missing metal. That ordinary nickel could be hiding an extraordinary secret. And now, the moment every collector dreams of, a rare 1989 Jefferson nickel with a major minting error in perfect condition has been known to reach an incredible value of $74,000. Top 5, we're exploring one of the most intriguing modern nickels for collectors, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1999. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary Jefferson nickel, but a rare few coins from this year carry unique minting errors that have made them incredibly valuable to collectors worldwide. The 1999 nickel is part of the Jefferson series, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. Millions of these coins were struck and entered circulation, making most of them common and easily overlooked. But a small fraction escaped the mint with mistakes that transformed a simple nickel into a collector's treasure. One of the most sought-after errors is the off-center strike. This occurs when the planchet is not properly aligned during striking, causing the design to shift to one side and leaving a blank crescent of metal on the opposite edge. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. Coins with slight shifts are fairly common, but the bold, Noticeable off-center strikes are extremely rare and highly prized. Another fascinating error is the double die variety. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice at slightly different angles, producing visible doubling on the date, Liberty, or I in God We Trust. These doubled letters and numbers create a stunning visual effect and make each coin unique. Serious collectors actively hunt for these because no two double-die nickels are exactly alike. Die cracks also appear on some 1999 nickels, forming raised lines that run across Jefferson's portrait or through Monticello. These cracks tell the story of a worn die and add a one-of-a-kind characteristic to the coin. Struck through errors, another rare variety, occur when debris or grease obstructs part of the die during striking, leaving distorted or missing areas of the design. Each of these strike-through coins is unique, making them highly collectible. Clipped planchets are another intriguing anomaly. On these coins, a portion of the metal is missing, creating a curved or straight blank edge. These mistakes are rare and instantly noticeable, often commanding attention from collectors. What truly sets a 1999 nickel apart is condition. Most coins from this year circulated heavily, suffering scratches, wear, and fading. When a rare error survives in uncirculated, pristine condition with sharp details and full luster, it becomes a coin that collectors dream about. That combination of a dramatic minting mistake and perfect preservation is what drives some of these coins to incredible values. Next time you come across a 1999 Jefferson nickel, take a moment to examine it carefully. Look at the lettering, inspect Monticello, check the edges, and watch for doubling, cracks, or missing metal. A seemingly ordinary coin could be hiding an extraordinary secret. And now, the moment every collector dreams of, a rare 1999 Jefferson nickel with a dramatic minting error in flawless condition has been known to reach an astonishing value of $70,000. If you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more hidden treasures in coins, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories and rare discoveries. Stay tuned, because the next hidden gem could be waiting in your pocket.